Allow me.
You're weak. Hora, Kuyo.
This is...
Hey, thanks so much for stopping by! And now, top dogs, Kazuki and Yuna! Hoorah, hoorah,
I'm humbled you
hoorah,
requested.
cheers,
May I raise a glass to you?
I'm you. Let's start the night off, right?
Your face is enchanting.
Hey, where are you looking?
Let's spend the whole night together.
Oh my.
Go! You! Go! Ready! Go! To feel! Eyes on the prize. 3, 2, 1!
And here you go!
We hope to see you again soon. Hardly a fair fight. Doing better than I thought. Wait a second! Hold on, please!
Hey, Mr. You leave Miyabi-chan alone, starting right now. All you do to her, obviously, not working underneath you, that is. You assign her to the most decent boss.
But
Oh, is that not doable for some reason? Maybe my friends and I should come find you again.
no! You got it! She's back to...
Huh. That'll do. You should be honored, you know. This guy's fists are famous.
Ah, sheesh. Let's get out of here, all right? Crowd's gathering.
Forgive me.
Don't worry about it. Kasuga's lucky to have a friend like you.
Huh?
I never realized. This whole time you were worried that Kasuga might feel like he...
Yep. Ichiban's carrying so much guilt on. I had to be able to assure him that it was never all this time. Ichiban's been suffering needlessly. I just wanted to relieve him.
But even if it had been because of the online thing, you never held it against...
Of course not. How could I have? He didn't.
I see.
One thing though, I've been biting my tongue for weeks now, and because I really did love that job. So after they fired me, I had to make sure not to mope about it near Ichiban, in case he took it to heart. And now, I'm glad because Ichiban is... I could never be mad at him. Not...
Nanba.
Oh,
Nanba, for tonight only, what do you say we have a real...
you're devious, Kiryu-san. Bartender, give me your #1 best and most affordable offering.
Hey, son.
Of course.
Just fine. I am limiting my intake, believe it or not. Is it really alright for you to spend so much time with us? Well, you're subordinate.
I'm sure they'll be okay. There are hardly any issues, so there's no need to worry about me, Kiryu-san.
Your phone's ringing.
So it is. Just ignore it.
But,
See? Now, if it's really important,
you gonna answer that?
nothing could possibly be more...
I appreciate the thought, but...
Well, now that that's over...
No need to be so considerate of me.
But that...
Like I said.
I suppose I...
Yeah, of course.
What? This had better... Yeah.
Everything okay?
All good. Don't worry. It's not a big deal. Just,
Your subordinates called you multiple times, but it turns out it's...
yeah, apparently a fire broke.
What?
Okay, don't get so worked up. Some guys from the Liumang roaming the area, allegedly.
Liumang? But I thought they were under your command.
Yeah, which is why I'm having them look into the matter. Well, that's enough.
That sounds more important than having a drink. Don't worry about me.
But
I'm done here. If I drink any more, then I won't hear the end of it from non. Go show your face, even for just a second. Your subordinates need you there.
fine, fine.
All right. And hey, as long as you're up for it.
There's nothing I'd love more.
It's tough having to lead an entire organization. Daigo really had his work cut out for him. Sunhee, what happened with that small fire?
Oh, thanks for your concern, but there's some dissent within Ijincho. Just something I have to do.
No can do. You shouldn't have to shoulder that burden. Why don't you lay it on me?
I did say that, but
So it was arson.
right. All we know right now is that the culprit was fully aware they were setting fire.
Don't you find that a little strange?
How so?
If I remember correctly, your subordinate didn't have... But how could they call them out without an...
So you've noticed. Long story short, the accusations against the Liumang are false. But someone managed to escalate that BS to me without having to go through.
What do you mean?
I'm saying the lie originated within Komijul, among the top brass at that.
In other words, one of the Komijul officers tried to deceive you with a false report.
Precisely. He probably made this act of betrayal only serves to escalate tension between Komijul and the Liumang.
You're right. One wrong move and it'll lead to an all-out war between the two.
Truth is, some people aren't too happy to see Komijul and by deepening the division, and that's the traitor's end goal. He wants to chase me out and seize my throne to rule Komijul.
You managed to dig all that up? And did you find out who...
I did, actually. He got sloppy when leaking the rumor. Turns out the traitor is the eldest of His name is Hanchulsa.
So,
One of my great and wise uncles I've talked to. At his age, he should be thinking about retirement.
by betraying you, no less. If he's the oldest, then the two of you must go way back. You should talk it out first and try to reach a peaceful compromise.
Unfortunately, I can't have them thinking I'm some pushover. I appreciate... This is...
Was Hanchulsa dissatisfied about something?
I can't think of anything. Except considering he's a man.
Most old men probably...
I've received the same report from different sources stating that Hanchul-sa is secretly rallying people saying crap like Sun.
So, he's been working the rumor mill.
I can find out anything and everything that happens in Ijincho. Hanchul-sa, but people look up to him as a legend of the past. My generation grew up listening. He once fought to the death with the Tojo clan back.
A man too full of pride is a man stuck in time, unable to move on.
Yeah, that old man's far too reckless. Oh, but he's older than you, Kiryu-san. Much older. You're not even in the same age group.
You don't have to force yourself to say that. What do you plan to do about him?
See, this is exactly why I didn't want to talk about this with you, Kiryu-san. Truth be told,
A leader shouldn't let their emotions influence them. Betrayal must be punished, or else the organization will crumble.
of course, you make a good point, but I'd rather not get... I've been making plans with that in mind. Thank you, Kiryu-san. Sharing your suspicions with someone else does...
Yeah, it certainly...
I'm sure you have other things to do. I don't want to cause you any trouble, so...
So?
Can we just drink?
Sure. What better way is there to booze?
You really do get me. Got it. Thanks for the... You guys have to stand down. We won't come out of this unscathed.
What's going on?
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Wait, Sunhee. It sounded like you don't have enough hands.
I'm the queen of Komi.
Suzuki-san, it's rare for you to be stood up.
I doubt I even had a chance. Do you happen to know anything about what Sunhee is?
As much as it pains me to snitch, it seems that
An insurrection.
about 10 of them, all led by... It's likely they're aiming to start a war.
Things have already escalated.
As the queen, she needs to bring Komi...
Which Liumang spots are they hitting?
I take it you intend...
Of course.
I understand how you feel. But you ought to know that Sunhee-san, unless she demonstrates authority and resolves this situation herself, the same thing.
Please. Time is of the essence.
That's not the only problem, by the way. I've noticed she's been trying to act tougher than usual. My guess is that she wants to look more put together in front of her hero. You should be more considerate. Take her...
Now's not the time.
Oh, right. I do have something. Wear this, and you'll look like any other Komi jewel.
That's genius. I owe you one, bartender.
Enough, Hanshul-sa! I have always thought of you as a hero. Why would you do this?
That's right. Only a man of brute force, undeterred by bloodshed, can rule the underworld. Not a woman like you.
So that's...
Take a good look, Sonny. Don't your underlings make arrogant greenhorns? I've spent my days wreaking carnage. What's so funny?
You, Hanshul-sa. Sounds like you're under the impression that you could beat me.
Of course I can. But I'll let this slide. And swear to all of Ijincho that you're relinquishing your...
That's all?
Let's see. Ah, yes. Strip off your clothes when you need. Don't you know? The common man loves a good show. And you were never one who served.
Huh. Good to... The proud warrior I once knew is dead to me now. Now I have no qualms meeting out
Foolish girl. You only have a single underling left on your side.
Don't listen to him. I will win. Even if I...
No, I cannot do that. Whatever you decide, I'll see it through to the end, Sunhee. Don't pay me any mind. Hanshul-sa is approaching, so please...
Right.
Look lively, men! It's time for a new era! Down with the queen! This is it!
Well, let's get started. Let's do it. All right, let's finish it. Together. We only need one shot.
I won't hold back.
What an eyesore. What? Nice try.
Follow my lead. My arm. Pretty bold.
You picked the wrong opponent.
How could I?
Poor judgment, I'd say. That's just too bad. For you, I mean. Since you messed with the Liumang, I'll just hand you over to them so they can decide.
No, please!
In the underworld, you can't play ignorant and... Hey, you! Thanks for the help.
It's an honor to be of service.
Why don't you take off your mask?
My apologies, but it is more imperative to tend to the... Pardon me, ma'am, but I should...
Fine. Have you been drinking here ever since? Kiryu-san.
It's fine.
Then I guess I'll take the... So...
Sorry, I have no idea.
But if that's how you want it, I'll play along. Right, bartender?
I'm afraid I'm just as in the...
Sure, of course you are. God, Neither of you open up about your past or your secrets. You two are certainly veterans.
How about a drink, Sunhee? Just relax. Try not to give the bartender.
You two might be the only ones alive who'd treat me like a child. Then again, perhaps that's why I'm rather fond of this bar. To good friends.
Cheers. So what happened to that one trader in Komi Jewel? What was his name?
You're still keeping up the act? Huh. Well, my lips are sealed. Okay, dealing with Kiryu-san is one thing, but why is the bartender smirking? That's poor.
Look at her, giving us the cold
Yeah, she has a point. That won't fly in the service industry.
Oh.
Hey, Psycho.
Yeah, go ahead. I've been saved. Gotta keep an eye.
That's so.
Actually, when you're hitting on a woman, are you the attentive type?
I'd say so, yeah. But not to...
Have you ever given someone a bouquet?
That's not my style. I've never done that myself, but...
Okay, but if a guy gave you enough roses to nearly fill your room every single day, and crazy expensive...
Guys like that only exist in soap operas. I've never heard of anyone doing that.
Really? Huh, that's surprising.
Hosts may have done that sort of thing for their clients, but that's all staged. So what's with the rose talk? Did some guy actually try to woo you with a bouquet?
You're pretty...
He must be quite... Alright, I'm listening. So what...
He's the CEO of some consulting firm that just started up here in Ijincho. He's young, only like after his first visit to the club, he asked me on a date, and I figured. And ever since then, he's been sending me a ton of roses every day. To my... It doesn't really...
You shouldn't, though.
Yeah? Like...
The guy seems head over heels for you. Those flowers can't be...
And on top of that, he even slips in stuff like...
So this CEO guy is the same customer who was pressing you about getting...
Yep. He's attentive, and he never runs out of things to talk about.
Seems like you don't think too badly of him.
Huh. Does it come off that way? I heard Ichiban is doing just fine over there. He's hanging around with that one girl, right?
Oh, yeah.
So...
Chitose is the daughter of the Fujinomiya family, so you could say that she's pretty unique.
That's what I've heard too. Being born into a family like that?
At first, I thought she was just a petty thief. Kasuga and I...
Chitose-chan more or less stripped Ichiban of everything he owned and threw him out, right? Wasn't he being way too careful? I mean, he went all the way to Hawaii to meet his mom.
But Kasuga wasn't seduced by her. He only got his drink spiked. On top of that, she told him she was Akane-san's housekeeper. I don't think he had much reason to Yeah, he let his guard down. But I wouldn't blame him.
Uh-huh. So you're taking That man never changes. I'm not sure if it's because he's gullible or...
It's hard to leave him alone, isn't it?
Incredibly.
He bears his heart to anyone, so I'm positive he doesn't look at Chitose in the way you think he does. Does that make you feel any better?
What? Look, if Ichiban's getting friendly...
Uh-huh, sure. I'll drop the subject.
And what are you chuckling at? That does it. I don't know if it's just your age talking or what, but that calm attitude of yours just... Heck, how would you like it if I stripped you down today,
Careful. I'm a sick man, remember?
Hey, what are you smirking about?
Hey.
Huh? Oh, hey.
That right?
Yep. Mind hearing me?
I'm all ears.
I was checking out this food blog earlier. They review bars and other joints. Of course, that means they hit up my...
Sounds like they rubbed you the wrong way.
Well, Yeah. They wrote a bunch of crap about how the food sucks, and it's not a one-time deal either. They've been writing about my place.
You're saying these are fake reviews?
What else could they be? Sure, my place might...
Can't be fun to deal with.
Yeah, trust me, it's not. Still trying to figure out how to handle it. Should I leave it alone, or do I do something about it? Maybe we should have talked about something else.
I wonder who they really are. Why do they get to remain anonymous when they're writing something awful?
Not very fair now, is it? I get that everyone's entitled to their...
Has that blog started to affect...
Nah. Sales is more or less the same as ever. I think the customers who do follow blogs are usually the...
Makes sense. Then all that's left to...
Yep. Guess so. And I think I've got an idea who...
Oh, yeah?
Right before that blog posted, I got into a nasty little spat with a customer.
How'd that happen?
Well, considering my previous occupation, so I don't let people take it. But that guy didn't give a shit.
And there's no way you didn't call...
Damn right. I went up to him and I told him, please refrain from... Honestly, I wouldn't... And that just got him all riled up. How dare you speak to a... And things just went down. He flung his chopsticks at his bowl and stormed out, screeching, see if I ever come back here again. The day after that, someone posted on... I figure it's probably the same guy.
I think I need more evidence before jumping to...
Fair enough.
So, what's your plan?
I'm not gonna go that...
Considering how...
Yep, I think so. Once I get...
This guy. Guess I'll have myself enough.
I'm with you there.
Just glad you're feeling better. Hey, Psycho.
Yeah, but something...
You alright?
It's that whole dating thing we talked about last time. You know, with...
Right, him.
That he is.
Guess there's no time to rest.
I don't think he drops by the club for fun. He doesn't even glance. Sure, he looks like a womanizer, but I just don't get why he's so vocal.
You think he's got an ulterior motive?
I've got some money saved up, just like anyone else, but this guy's definitely better off than me. So if it's not about the money, then that means he fell for my beauty, charm, and intellect. Naturally.
Naturally. Knowing all that, I can say this with full confidence. That man is just...
Well, even so, my club might be on the small... I've even told him myself, but he's pressing. Is it safe to... Because it is a little creepy.
Hey, whatever happens, doesn't matter what he's got in mind.
No way.
Yeah? I can't help it, though.
Well, but honestly, it is possible that he just liked... This guy, I told you that he founded a consult, judging by his background alone. But even though he's wealthy, he tries not to rely on his parent.
You know, it's starting to sound like you admire...
It's easy to figure out. In that respect, he's not just another rich kid. I think people like him...
Well, this is just something my imagination cooked up. But I can see Casca doing his own...
Yeah. That's not gonna get him anywhere, though, because he doesn't understand what really matters.
Well, at least with him, you wouldn't have to worry about a hidden motive. He'd make it too obvious. He's not such a bad guy.
Okay. You know, let me guess. You heard something, didn't you? Like, oh, I don't know, how Ichi...
He pissed you off during the date, didn't he? The other day you told me that you got pissed at him. Because of that, you haven't talked...
Oh.
Sounds like...
Yeah, sure was something.
No kidding. That's a very Kasuga. But I assume it didn't go well, considering you're not on...
It did not. Ichiban just kept going on and on about what he wanted us to be when we got married. Obviously showed... Yeah, I know he can be a bit awkward when it comes to... But honestly speaking, that's not exactly...
But you weren't against the proposal?
Well, I guess Ichiban figured his feelings wouldn't change. Not then, and...
So I take it you didn't...
Well... Truth be told, I'm pretty sure that I was feeling just as nervous as
No kidding. Right now, I'm the one getting all...
Yeah, I know. Seriously, how do we always end up talking about Ichiban when we're...
Yeah, I get...
Let's talk about your love life for a change, Kiryu-san.
I've been a sick, lonely man for a good while now, but... I had my fair share of romance in the past.
Oh, yeah?
Well, a long time ago. Soon after I was placed in foster care, she arrived. The moment I laid eyes on her, I felt something special between...
But then?
It'll take me more than a day or two to get through this story. That and,
What?
I'll make time to tell you the whole story, once I'm in better shape.
Uh-huh, sure. And when will that be? I'm gonna have you schedule that for a later date then.
Once you get to my age, you never know when you'll be in good shape again.
Don't give me such...
Complain all you want. I'm not...
Okay, yeah, thanks.
What's up?
Yeah, something came up at the club. I don't want to...
I can't ignore my friend. If you've got a problem...
Really? It's just a minor issue.
Is there anything I can do to...
Sadly, no.
So, that usually means sales aren't up to snuff.
Or sometimes you'll have the Yakuza harassing you, trying to make you cough up protection money.
I hear the Seiryu clan hasn't been going around doing that lately.
Really now? But yeah, one of our business rivals is head... Of course, that's not illegal here in Ijincho. Since the economy's down, everyone...
How many girls did they poach from you?
So far, just the one. But it looks like they approached 4 or 5 other girls.
That's no minor issue.
If they all get headhunted, I taught these girls... But that's not the worst of it. People are saying I'm trying to close up shop, which only makes it easier to drive...
Wait, they're saying what now?
Rumor has it that I'm totally on board. It's true he hasn't been subtle about it. That makes the rumor about me shutting down...
If that's really the case, then no wonder...
And the cherry on... In fact, they finally let me know in that last...
Really? And you didn't want to tell me?
Honestly, I'm more shocked that my girls kept this from me. Especially because I figured telling them to open up to me would be the best way to keep things casual. By the way, is it just me, or is there just too fine a line between caring and being overbearing lately?
When you climb up to a higher position, that may create a rift between you and other people. It happens. But something's bugging me about the headhunting.
Huh? What about it?
Don't you think this could all be a setup?
A setup?
The CEO of the consulting firm who's been pursuing you. It all makes sense. His constant proposals made it easy.
You really think so?
All the girls at your club were trained by you, so they likely feel... Normally, they wouldn't be persuaded so easily. They would have...
Yeah, that's how...
Too much of a stretch?
I've told you before, right? That CEO's loaded. Why would someone like that be...
That's true.
And I don't mean to flatter myself here, but he takes each and every proposal. If this was some kind of marriage scam...
Can't argue against that.
Oh, sorry. But I'll look into this incident anyway, just in case.
Sorry if I offended you. I crossed the line even though I don't know much about...
It's fine. You're pretty much the only one who'd hear me out on these kinds of things.
I'm glad I could lend you an ear. Feel free to...
I think I might take you up.
What's up, Xiao?
Not this time. Got a message from the lead. Said they wanted to tell me something.
But didn't you leave?
Yeah, I did. Mind if I complain for a...
So, what they want?
You remember the blog I mentioned last...